once again, YouTube. So yes, I know I have not posted in a minute. That is because I have not had really anything to do in Destiny, besides the daily heroic missions. And every time I try to record that, either the audio's messed up, the video's messed up, or something like that. But since it's Wednesday, I'm going to have to do a lore video. Yep. So today's lore video is about the Nine. Now, the only really known Nine inside of Destiny itself is Xur. But what exactly are the Nine? It seems that really no one knows, except the Queen. Now, there's a ghost fragment about the Queen, and if you get that, you'll find it in the Bungie, and it states, for only a while the lights were the eyes of the witches tending to the cell. The drone of the machines echoed through the prison. Gas billowed, embedding into the shadows. Now, I'm guessing that's probably something about the prison of elders. She entered. They scurried to their points around the method of their precise. The Arcanum priest has been retired, my queen, and the witch to her right. For from the throne and the audience she moved without theater. Any words on Kelkis Prime? We still sense something through the anchises. This voice came from behind her. She did not turn to acknowledge it. For the span of silence moved between the sealed cells of the wolf nobility and her witches of isolation around her. More of their brothers crows have entered the cauldrons of Rhea. The witch directed before her spoke to the dry buzz. The Nine do not approve. She stopped a moment to study the sealed face of the cell. A cloud of her breath mingled of the slow exhaustion of the cynicals. Send them one of our prizes, something to commemorate our mutual victory. And which of your prisoners would be the gift? If she paused to think only for an instant, send them Skolas. A lovely gesture. She moved her head as if she listened for a frozen heartbeat, and she remembered this. The crows are mine. The queen apparently has some sort of communion with the Nine. She speaks with an authority in which she tells the crows out in processions. Also, what are the cauldrons of Rhea? Rumor card speaks a few on what the Nine could be. The Nine are survivors, cisjonian colonies who made compact with the alien force to ensure their own survival. The Nine are deep orbit war minds who weathered the collapse in hardened stealth platforms. The Nine are ancient Leviathan intelligences from the seas of Europa or the hydrocarbon pits of Titan. The Nine arrived in mysterious transmission from the direction of Conburos supercluster. The Nine are the firstborn awoken, and their minds now race down the field lines of Jupiter low flux tube. The Nine are ghosts who pierced the deep black without a ship and meditated of the hissing silence of the heliopause. The Nine are aspect of the darkness, broken by the traveler's rebuke, working to destroy us from within. The Nine are viral language of pure meaning. The Nine are shadows left by annihilation of the transept shape, burnt into the weft of what is. From what I get, the Nine are basically everything, or could be anything. Now on to the next lore, because I want to do 2 in 1 video. The Vault of Glass. The Vault of Glass is a year 1 raid that I'm going to admit I still do, mostly for Radiant and Ascendant shards and energies, which can be turned into the speaker for motes of light and glimmer. Now, there's a lot of the Vault of Glass that many people don't know. Beneath Venus, the Vex have constructed a massive structure that is acting as a meeting point of the past, present, and future. Their long-term goal is to basically unchain themselves of the constraints of physical reality and turn themselves into some sort of epistemological computer virus that is the very fabric of reality, and incorporating the very idea of themselves into the fundamental laws of the universe. Because of the space, reality, time, and its starting alternative, the Oracles in Gorgon are basically quantum supercomputers that calculate reality and ultranize a weaponized ontology to determine what is real and what is not. That is why the Gorgons can look at you and kill you, because it simply unwrites you from existence. The Oracles make and change revisions of reality, and Templar and Atheon possess these calculations into existence. The relic is the last dying, desperate act of Kabar, a guardian who managed to send a word that is what is happening. He basically killed a Gorgon himself and hammered its corpse into a vessel for the light, turning it into a shield that maintains a small space of stable reality around it. Throughout the raid, Vex are consistently trying to separate you from it, throwing you into the past, present, or future, where it can't be used against them. All the guns and armor you find in the raid are the remains of Kabar's failed raid, and will give you further info on the wielders of the events of the raid himself. In fact, some of the general exotics in the game once belonged to Friends of Kabar too. The super good advice machine gun, which is one example of which comes from one of the exotic bounties. This is crafted by a hunter named Palfin, who was passed about Kabar's warning about the Vault of Glass from Venus. After witnessing what happened to Kabar, he became deadly afraid of being alone. He reckoned which he could only continue existence as long as someone was able to perceive him. So to ensure that the mind could perceive from all times, he used an AI gun. Now, the super good advice is a year 1 and year 2 weapon. Zert has sold it a couple times, but basically what I'm saying is, beneath Vex, where it says beneath Vex, evil stirs. The Vex, that's why the Vex have constructed just this structure that makes time itself collapse around it. That's why you see descendant Vex. Those are basically Vex that are past. That's why they have that little cone-shaped head, because they're past, and they're like older models, like just think of phones. And the Gorgons, basically, when they look at you, they kill you because they erase you from everything, and they can see what is real and what is not. You are real, so they erase you because they're trying to keep everything inside there. The oracles, when they if you don't hit them, kill them or whatever, they set this thing on you that be cleansed. And they basically just change and revise reality into something of their own, and Templar and Athean possess the calculations into existence. Kabar, who in the Paradox mission, basically explains this. That's why it's called the Trial of Kabar when you go in. He's the fire team that led Paradith and some other people into the Vault of Glass to kill Atheon, but failed. He basically killed a Gorgon and hammered its corpse to a vessel for the light, and turned it into a shield, like the relics that you find in Mars and Venus at the end, and the relic at the end of Templar that you used to kill him. And it basically just is the entire Vault of Glass into one thing, but it's only a small piece of it. Throughout the raid, the Vex are constantly trying to separate you from it. That's why they're throwing you to the past and future, where you can't kill them. All the guns and armor also say that, like Paradis Revenge, I can't remember, Found Verdict, the Prime Zealot clothes for the Hunter, and the Vault of Glass is just one big confusing thing, and lies within the Destiny universe to confuse the player. That's all for today's lore video. If you liked the video, hit right here to go to subscribe, and right here to see the previous video that I made. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you next time. IceGH Gaming's signing out. Peace.